Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus, and today we're going to be playing some Factorio, but we're going to be playing something slightly different to what we were playing yesterday, and that we've been playing. First off, hello, Senna. Congratulations on the first. I'm not entirely sure you can't get that via bot. I think there's like a special thing. Here we go. Welcome to the stream, Trismegistus. I'll be your guide today. Please keep your hands and limbs inside the vehicle. Before we start, I'll, assuming I've got the right screen up, hang on. Yeah, there we go. The most recent Friday Facts was 420. For those watching on VOD, on Catch Up, which was the one about the fusion reactor. Somebody's pointed out on Discord, because in my Friday Facts video that went live after the stream yesterday, I was speculating about whether this building had bits and pieces revealed in... I've forgotten which one it was. In one of the other blogs. Or was it in this one where it had... Oh, no, it was here, wasn't it? So the top and the bottom of it here. So the bottom part there. And then... Sorry, the top part there and then the bottom part there. But also, someone has pointed out that the Christmas teaser image... that these are probably the building as well. So that on the top right there, and on the bottom left. Am I in the way of that? Not quite, no, I'll lean over. So the one on the bottom left here, I definitely agree that that is the same building. That is the cooler building. This one on the right, I'm not entirely convinced. Partly, if I'm honest, because of the pipe arrangement. If you look at this building here, I don't know, does it have a connector on the side here? Because you've got an arrow coming out of the old generator, which could be feeding in, but it doesn't seem to have a input arrow on the side, which, I don't know. It does look like it, because you can also super zoom this one in, which I didn't do on the actual video. And this thing on the left is probably the cooler, but it's so blurry and pixely and what have you. But if you look at the general shape of it, you know, sort of almost like a gigantic cylinder, which would sort of make sense if it was cooling something down. You could imagine it spraying, cold fluid into onto a cooling tray, basically. But yes, I'm not 100% convinced that one, just because of the pipe connection there. That doesn't seem to match up with the design. But it probably is, I guess. One of the things that is interesting, therefore, is that means that whatever this... Because the top part... It's rattling away. I'm assuming that's coming through on the stream. The game's in the background, and it's doing the videos, so that's what the background noise is. But if you look at this, it means that it's taking something from a chemical plant, I think, if that's correct. So we've got a refinery here outputting to a chemical plant, and then that is presumably connecting to that top connector. So the top connector here, which is pretty much definitely an input, I would have thought, appears to be taking fluid in, which tends to suggest that either this is producing something that then is cooled down, or perhaps it can make coolant as well. It can actually produce the coolant. And coolant is made via chemical reactors in some way, or uses light oil or something like that, maybe. But yeah, this one, obviously, the output to it is also going into a chemical plant, as well as off-screen. So quite what that all means, I don't know. And this one, I mean, there's all sorts of weirdness in this picture. But if you look at it, you've got a oil refinery pumping something into a chemical plant, which you can't do at the moment. At the moment, it's got to go into a refinery. Okay, so is this how we get the exclusive resource on Aquila? And that this is an Aquila image, and you can basically use pump jacks like you can on sulfuric acid to on volcanoes, to basically get whatever you need in order to make coolant. And it's chemical labs, regular chemical labs, that make coolant, and that this just, like, I don't know, cools it down, basically. So yeah, I don't know, there's all sorts of weirdness going on there. But yeah, I thought that was worth pointing out. Anyway, let's get on with what we're going to be doing, which is going to be something... sorry. It would be so cool if it's all frozen or covered with snow and grill. I really hope... Yeah, I mean, when that image was posted, the implication of what Arundel says was that it had all been added on, you know, that it had been... he painted on all of the snow. Certainly the snow falling was an artificial effect. You know, it was just done for that thing, and obviously the tree was a joke thing, just built sort of thing. But I wouldn't be surprised if that is the that, you know, both are true, and that it is actually a, you know, he painted it just for that one. But the idea is that that's the concept, and eventually you will get planets just covered in, you know, Aquila will be, everything's covered in snow, which would be, even if it's just aesthetic and it doesn't mean anything, I think that would be pretty awesome. So, anyway, on with the point of this stream, which is to play the vanilla game. I was hoping to pick a seed. I'm going to put a replay on as well. But I didn't. So we'll have to go through and check the seed. And when it does seed selection, when it does map generation, it can cause my... Well, I've had it basically... It pauses the game effectively. Or pauses my stream, rather. So as I'm going through those, if it's all jittery and stuff, that's the reason why. So I was going to try and pick a seed. So when we do this preview, sometimes, you know, when it's generating it, it can be a bit sort of pausing. But we're not going to make any changes at all to any of the settings. Usually when I've streamed, you know, shall we say vanilla or close to vanilla, I'll push the enemy starting size back just to give me a bit more space while, you know, while I'm blathering on. But we don't want to do that. We do, however, want to start in a grassland. So I think... Shall we go with that one? We've got some... Because obviously this is the start point if you've never played Factorio before, which I can't imagine anyone watching this hasn't. So we've got a couple of what look like probably worms and maybe a nest. Could also be worms. But I want to start on a, you know, grassland if I can, just to get the pollution absorption bonus and the number of trees. Got some quite big lakes nearby, which is not ideal for building, but we do have a good few patches. Now, where is oil on this map? It's up here and over here. Okay. So I think that's going to be okay. I think we'll just go with this one. Oh no, there's some oil there as well. That looks really annoying. The other thing I often do is turn the cliffs off. It looks like the oil is right underneath the cliffs. Oh, that's very annoying. Okay. Hello, Vashko. Can you pull up Advanced tab again? Sure, yeah. I say, not going to do anything in terms of setting-wise. We'll just go with completely vanilla settings. But welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well. The cooler must have some juicy uses if they did not want to reveal it in the last Friday Facts. Sure, it was already long, but just a picture of the cooler would be enough if all it did was cooling the coolant for the fusion system. So the weird thing to me with it is that, you know, there's cooling in the game. There's a cooler in the game, a machine that does cooling, and they're not using it for refrigeration of spoilage. There's no mechanic apparently where you know, you can use coolant, a refrigerator, in order to extend the life of spoilable items, which, I don't know, they seem to have been very dismissive about as being... Which, I don't know, maybe they tried it and it just wasn't fun, it just wasn't interesting sort of thing. But, I don't know, it does seem very strange that they're putting cooling in. As you say, they've not shown it to us. It's clearly a built building, because it has pipes and stuff in it, or at least a concept art of it. And yet they're not going to show it to us. So it implies that cooling is quite a big mechanism, you know, a mechanic, but somehow doesn't apply for spoilage, which is a very interesting choice. Right, let's get going then. They finally updated it. Research queue available is set to always now. Oh, I hadn't, in spite of that. In fact, classic me, I always forget to turn that on when it was a setting. So that's good that it's default, because I always forget to add the research queue on. You know, tick the button, basically. So I'm one of their use cases for why they turned it off. Or turned it on. Or disabled it. This is Factorio Freeplay. Task is launch a rocket in space. You will need to research advanced technologies in order to unlock the rocket silo. Start small, work your way up with automation, and don't forget to protect yourself from the natives. Right then, so I always get a bit clunky at the start of the game because it's that bit that you sort of play very irregularly. I think I'm a bit unusual with Factorio players in that I've actually kind of I tend to do shorter playthroughs where I play, get to a point where I'm launching a few rockets and then, I start again basically. How many woods have we got? Let's try and get up to 100. I don't think there's any rocks knocking about. No, not getting to 100. So, let us make ourselves a chest. Pop this on here for a second. Oops. Missed. So we can make a bit of stone, and then we'll see. We've got some rocks over here. We'll go and punch these for a bit. Those are all decoratives. Just want to get a few furnaces and stuff quite soon. Are they all decoratives? They are. So it looks like it probably was some nests rather than some worms on that. So if we look here, those are too big to be worms, aren't they? Okay. So, might get some visitations fairly quickly then. What have we got there? Not too many others. No, it's decorative, decorative. Okay. Not too many nearby rocks then. Oh, got to turn out mode on. I guess the calling of spoilables would need a lot more complex implementation than the one timestamp. Yeah, maybe. I say it always seemed a bit sort of strange to me that they were so dismissive about it. Yeah, that was kind of the iron is up here. Okay, that was the sort of strange part to it, really. Thought I had to have more money. Cool. Right, let that chug away for a little bit. Get these stones over here. Didn't manage to get any coal out of them. Which are all quite small rocks, aren't they? But yeah, I'm sort of assuming it's a whole big mechanic and it's a big part of maybe the end game. That whatever you're doing in the end game is, related to cooling, and that's why they don't want to tell us. I don't know. I sometimes think because I don't know whether they've got I've said this before. I don't know whether they've got a grand plan of what they're going to put in the Friday Facts, or if it's just improvised week by week. And so they were like, well, as you say, it was quite a long Friday Facts to start with. So maybe they were just like, well, chop that bit out and we'll talk about that later. Maybe. But it doesn't really matter, it's just some tiny part of Fusion. Because they have said they don't like, like single-use buildings, basically. So when you just have a building that has only... Oh, come on, man. Right, let's grab this iron. Should be some ammo, there we go, in the ship. Okay, so. We should be able to get, there we go. A couple of those on the go. Fuel. Good little train going. Nice. Is that busy? Punch a few more trees. ridiculous. Nearly 50. Oops. Threw it on the floor. Let's save the electric. One. Okay. Try and get 4 of these on the go. Should give us, yeah, another one, and then one for copper. Guess we want iron and stone as well if at all possible. Not enough. Not enough. Okay, copper. And put the stone one back. Okay. So it does always feel a bit weird starting again with this. I'm going to try and push on as quickly as possible through the burner phase. It's not my preferred part of the game. So I've always sort of avoided the, what's it called? Industrial Revolution mod? I don't really fancy that one. I guess that's basically burner phase, you know, forever. Right. So there. That gets us one of them as well. Can't do a lab yet. Okay, power piles we do. Inserters, a few more boxes. Yes, a few pipes. Pump. What we're missing? I guess I should make a second steam engine if I can. Yeah. Can't make labs yet though. I'm always nervous in a new save, because I usually expand it in a way so I get a huge wave of biters just eliminating everything I have. Yeah. It's always a tricky thing. You get a bit carried away, I think, don't you? Of, you know, just building and building and building. Oh, of course, it used up the pipe doing the thing. Ideally, I want some of them. Yeah, it's very, very tempting just to like, cover this in miners, and off you go, and building huge arrays and all that sort of stuff. And then, as you say, the natives turn up and kind of chew on all your stuff, which is not very friendly of them, in my opinion. Okay, need a bit more iron, is it? Okay, so that gets us that automation. So set that ready to go. Now, where do we want to put the... I guess if we put them over here... I think there were some... Oh, I do this one. Oh, no, I can't. I think there are obviously some biters off, you know, up here somewhere, I seem to recall, but this I seem to recall was relatively free, because this is where that annoying oil is. And there's the closest other ones are there. So I think if we put it in here, it's not too far to go with. First coal then. Keep them out. Yeah. Yeah, running out of you. Okay. Let's grab. Oh, how much stone have we got now? Not very much. Oops. Right. Hole up the middle. Oop. So, and then we'll just... Actually, let's put the radar in. Oh, I didn't build the radar, did I? Oh, I can't build radar. Right, just put that there for a second. Use some coal. Up. And then put them in. On my stock. It does also feel a bit weird not having any kind of new stuff to play with. As in, I've no desire to go and explore the tech tree like I do in a lot of the overhaul mods, because other than my poor memory, not remembering stuff, there's nothing new here. Okay. Guess we should get some more ammo as well, in case they do come for a visit. But we'll get a radar down. Off. And then if that's, if there's one there like that one there, and that's a bit powerful. There. So we'll put our proper science over there in a sec. Oh, hi Mia, how are you doing? I'm going to find something for breakfast, but I thought I would put your stream on first. Good day. Thank you very much. Hope you have a good breakfast. Hope you're having a good day. I hope you have a good day as well, if it's only breakfast time. People had quite accurate theories. People had quite accurate theories about Fulgur and Gleba, but I can't remember any theories about Aquila except it's cold, so you might have to warm things up. Yeah, well, I mean, I had loads of mad ideas. But a lot of them are about the end game rather than Aquila specifically. It's really difficult to speculate about that. You know, I didn't see spoilage coming at all. Well, that's not quite true, is it? I was banging on about please don't put whatchamacallit. Survival mechanics in the game, and that sort of is. So I'm almost, what do you say? Tempted not to saying anything in case they, it's the opposite of what I want to happen. How are we doing on pollution then? Just to make sure. Ooh, we could get a visit very soon, couldn't we? Okay, so we don't have turrets yet. So they need to be our next research target. Can I? Yes, I can. Okay, so we'll do that just quickly. We will also pop in a few more requests for ammo. I got a burner inserter, so I could just set up something very, very temporary. So I'll put them in. Just let everything cook for a bit, I think. So, maybe if I put in one... Actually, let's put it there to make us a bit of ammo. Can I? Yeah, I've got enough stuff. Can I also know? Oh no. See, you forget the recipes. And also this early part of the game, because you sort of do it so infrequently. Right. A couple of extra ones of those. And put some more in there. So, get ourselves some armor. Managed to turn that in a complete circle, didn't I? Some armor. Can't make turrets yet. Make another one of these guys. Oh, now, put it on the way past. Just put half of that in there. Okay. We just pop this at the top of the... Where do we think they'll come? They'll path in sort of straight over, I guess, won't they? Could try and go and take them out. It is 2 nests though, and we only have a pistol. How much is that? That's only 10, isn't it? Okay, let's go with that as well, and I'll handcraft them. Because we need tools to make the actual turrets. Did a second one, can't do it. So copper. And then stone, that's fine. Lots of coal, that's better. 1, 2, 3, 10. Need to set up a proper little lab thing. I'm determined not to use my blueprints as well. And build everything sort of from scratch, but obviously, you know, a lot of the same ideas are just going to carry through. Let's put a little bit. How many have we got now? 45. If I make 5 more, then. You're back, are you? Back with the jokes. Just get this done and then we'll get that done. Welcome, Asker Raven. Hope you're doing well. It didn't give me a notification then. I'm going to see if that's a setting thing. Oh no, they wouldn't come via... That's a different thing, isn't it? I've not set up the Twitch ones. Okay, so those are all in the lab. So when we get up here, hopefully be able to. In fact, let's grab a bit more coal. Whatever. We can. Fuel these because all be out. Like that. Right, so if we sort of make a guess, maybe they'll possibly come in this direction. Then we can. Oops. Half arrow in there. Bit of coal. Bit of turret. Oh, I picked them up, didn't I? Okay. Now, we're going to get a proper gun. Cool. Multiple proper guns. All of the proper guns. Oh God, hope you're doing good as well. Yeah, pretty well actually. I've been having a good day today. Right, so we'll open the tech tree, and I will look up a bad joke for you. I did actually note one down, and then I completely forgot what it was. Right. Oh. Why is that link not opening? That's weird. Okay. Have I done that one before? I quite like that one. What did the grape say when it got stepped on? Nothing. It just made a little whine. So I'm not entirely sure I haven't done that one before. To be honest, I'm still waiting for one specific joke. Oh, crikey. I wonder what that one is then. I mean, given the number of, bad jokes there are in the world, I'm not entirely sure what that one would be. Okay, so let's stack up the useful researches then. And I'll make a little production area. Do I want to do electronics as well? Let's do, because, so if we're going to get a visit, then at the very least damage might be useful. Because how much are these? 20, 30, 40. That's not too much, is it? So if we then do those two. Yeah, so we'll take that as a guess of... Oh, I didn't grab my eye, did I? Of where they're going to come in from. But obviously I don't really know. Okay, so, few assemblers. We do with some more power poles and boxes. Most famous bad joke on Twitch. Oh, crikey. I don't know what that would be, I'm afraid. Okay, so let's grab the lab. Oh, I can't make it anymore because I've used all the copper. All the copper, have I? Vanilla. Indeed. Welcome, Baker Magician. Hope you're doing well. I prefer chocolate, to be honest. Same here. Much more of a fan of chocolate. Although really good vanilla is... because a lot of vanilla, that you have in foods is the artificial, chemical vanilla, basically. An actual proper, made from the beans vanilla is really nice. But yeah, it's usually artificial, chemical, which is understandable because it's actually really expensive. Like it's a proper vanilla pods. Oh, crikey. This warehouse used to be a regular house until it got bitten. This warehouse used to be a regular house. Oh, I see. Okay, I get it. I didn't quite get that one to start with. I don't actually watch a lot of Twitch, if I'm honest, so I don't know if that's a well-known meme thing, but... Okay, so we're just going to set up something nice and simple to make red packs. Do I want to... Yeah, let's just separate them out. In fact, I'll put this at the top. And then... Oh, I haven't got any inserters, crikey. Do a couple more, I think. And then obviously we need gear wheels. So if we do that, and then we do that. think I need one more, don't I? That. You can make wheels. Iron. Oops, iron. No copper. That's not very good. Power. Put that in. And away we go. Oh. We were talking about pre-stellar space age early game. Want some quality modules in just about everything. Pre-stellar space age early game. Some quality modules in just about everything. Yes. I mean, I think efficiency modules are going to become a big thing. My whole thing of, you know, the sneakily hidden, or the machines, you know, the colour coding the machines proved not to be quite right, because I thought that they would relate to the module types. I think efficiency is going to be quite an important factor in Space Age, because obviously you've got a lot of very power hungry things, and you're not going to get your fusion reactors until very late game. And you've got a lot of platforms to power and boundaries to power, which are meant to be super power hungry. EMP with its lightning based mechanic, or you know, whatever's meant to be going on with it. Seems like it would be pretty big power draw. So yeah, I think efficiency modules are going to be quite a big thing. To buffer up a bit, so your first platform is a bit stronger, with some quality 2 and hopefully quality 3 components. I don't know. Is quality? You'll have to refresh my memory. Is quality available on Nalvis, or is it? Yeah, the recycler's on Volgora, isn't it? I think that's right. I think. Quality without the recycler feels like it might be a little bit painful. Also, I did the maths on the EMP. That thing is crazy strong for making modules. Well, that's where you unlock Volgora, is where you definitely unlock the quality, the level 3 of the qualities. I'm pretty sure they specifically said that. But I think it's also where you get the recycle, which is going to be quite useful. Thank you very much for the follow, D-Store. Very kind. Hope you're doing well. Hello there. What was the quality thing? Missed that, sorry. I think it's crazy for making modules. I think that's sort of what they designed it around. Like, Volgora is like the module planet in a sense. Doing a quality line for power armor is also possible when SA is released. Yeah, definitely. I think that's like the most, you know, biggest improvement you can get for yourself, because the whole thing of the I was going to open it up then, because I thought it was on the SpaceX playthrough, but the whole, you know, equipment grid thing is just going to be enormous. I mean, literally. I can't help it, but I'm really excited for the DLC now. Fusion is going to be great for me. I love making fission reactors right now. Fusion is going to be great. Yeah, I can't wait to play with it. I think they've actually like simplified it as well. I mean, maybe I interpreted it wrong, as it were, you know, but I think they actually like simplified the mechanic, and like the maths in particular. It actually feels like you can do the maths in your head without having to do, you know, megawatts of power and all this, or you know, and all this stuff, and the fact that there's no heat pipe, you know, degradation in amount of heat from distance, and it sounds like it just burns fuel when it needs to burn fuel. You know, just you know, provide what power you need. So I think it's all like really simplified, so that you can have something that I think one of the things they're trying to do is introduce something that's not just spam a billion, you know, solar panels, because that just gets boring of just like laying down more and more and just having a factory that just builds and blah, 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 blah. It's just, you know, tedious. So having something that is actually really simple to build really good designs for, takes up no space at all, and is, you know, provides a gigantic amount of power, and then shifting the challenge to a logistics one of, well, how do I get the fuel here? How do I get the coolant here? How do I do this? You know, move these pipes and belts around and all that sort of stuff. Feels a bit like what they're trying to go for with it. If you use quality on intermediates, you just put the quality 1 back into your factory as normal, then buffer chest the quality 2 and quality 3. Yeah, so I mean, you can do it and stuff. I just say it feels like the recycler is like designed for doing it at proper scale, you know, doing it sort of properly, as it were. And by the way, I'm not sure if you mentioned it in your video, but you did mention that you're not sure how you would get... A few people have picked me up on that. 300% efficiency on the fusion since in line. And in 3 minutes we get 300. You just put them in a triangle shape. So you have 300%. Fusion is not fission, which can only side by side. Top low. Yeah, quite a few people have followed that, pointed that out. When I do the videos, I tend to, there's like a flow thing to it. So I often don't sit there and think about what I'm saying. And when I do catch things in the edit, I'll just chop them out. So you kind of get shall we say, a rose-tinted view of, the record. Because the bits where I've just said something incredibly dumb, or that is literally the opposite of what's being shown on screen, you don't get to see those. So sometimes they do slip through. But yeah, quite a few people, well, a couple of people pointed out that you just, you can offset them. So getting 300% is no problem at all. What did they simplify? Fusion compared to fission? Yes, basically. So the maths on it is a lot more simpler, about how many you need of everything. It's just relatively simple, sort of linear maths. There's no, super complicated. How much is this going to consume, and how do I get fluid flow in it, and those sorts of things. It's not as complicated than maths. I never built solar panels on nuclear all the way. Solar is boring. That effort is huge, exactly. I never thought of heat pipe as a limit. The shorter the pipe is, the bigger heat buffer is available for you. And that's it. You need two plasma. You need 2 plasma generators per plant instead of a variable amount of steam turbines to efficient plants. But it doesn't make the reactor any more or less efficient when you are moving on the limit of the heat pipes. It's not like it's hard to calculate that, to be honest. It's harder to build, yeah. Yes. And I would say it is, you've also got the cheat sheet as well. There's the Factorio cheat sheet website where you can just basically, work out, use the numbers from there. But it isn't a nice linear relationship like it is in the fusion reactor. Where it's just, well, you double this and therefore you double that. It's a bit more complicated than that with the fission. How are we doing? What have we made and what do we need? So, I guess we could start some belt production going. Now I've got walls. I think I'm gonna leave it for a minute there. I should really get steel, I suppose. Just that I can start sort of building with it. No, let's leave them. We'll just let that chunk through. I can set up a bit of stone brick production. Let's just put that in there. Maybe put a path down. Put some miners. I guess we need a few more. Boilers. Bit surprised the biters haven't come for a visit, actually. Not that much. Thought they might pop by. It's a bit rude, isn't it? Just ignoring me. New to the area. I know, for me it's not a problem to build 2x8 smart reactor on spot, and those are supposedly hard because of water throughput. Fluid saute, baby. Very excited. 9 pump builds and 1 pipe to roll them all. Yeah, I probably will still build. I'll probably just effectively ignore the whole, you know, cheaty part of the fluid update. It's like these things, you know. I suppose there is always that element of, you know, it's up to you if you do a thing or not. You know, just because there's a system there or what have you, you don't have to do the cheaty thing. You know, you have free will. But yeah, so I'm expecting I'll probably do fairly similar builds to what I do, apart from nuclear, where putting all that fluid into those heat pipes, heating, they call them heat exchangers, don't they? Is a bit of a pain in the bum. So just being able to whack a load of pumps at the top and it just all works, as it were, is going to be quite a relief. Okay, so we've made a bunch more ammo. We need to top all this up. In fact, 2 to 1, give or take. Plenty of power. So, what we do? A couple more of them, so that'll do us a good few smelting things. We've got a few drills, not enough though. Now, oops. It is literally hitting them now, isn't it? So, do we go, pay them a visit, say hello, take them some presents? Can I make some more? I guess I could make some more ammo. I've got 50 on us. Can't make turrets because copper. Okay. Keep getting more and more hype for the fluid update. Made it back. Fried eggs with sautéed spinach on wheat toast. Right, that sounds nice. Sounds gross, but I like it. Oh, I don't know. It sounded quite nice. Still need more copper for turrets. Well, we take those 2 I've got, obviously. If we get a third one. Oh, we did get a visit. Okay. I mean, we are super early. Let's see if we can't have a look. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. 85. Now, pop one in there. Oops. So, I didn't build any repair packs today because I'm an absolute genius. Let's clear out the local ones anyway. Right, so if we do that, and leave that on there, really don't. Sneak a bit further up. Okay. So that's sufficiently early enough to do this. Cool. I think without they know we're here now. I never thought to put the pumps in a square like that. Water pumps, you mean? Sounds exotic because I don't even know what sautéed means. It's just fried, like boiled then fried, isn't it, basically? Okay. So we shouldn't have any vita problems for a while, because I think the other set of vitas is like here, slightly protected by the forest. We have forest here. We know there are some vitas over there, but we have forest there as well. And we know that this is a big lake. So we should be alright. There's visitations from the neighbours. So I guess we could set up a coal line to get our... Well, we could if we had any iron whatsoever. Can I build some more miners? No, because I just turned the iron into gods, because I'm a genius. Right, so we've got a few more of these. And then maybe one for copper as well. I don't really need one for coal, I don't think, because I've got a 4 stack already. Put them in. Bit of coal. Like that. And then another copper. Oops. I put loads of coal in it. Oh. Bit of that. Some more copper. Make 10 drills total, I think, and then we can see about doing that. I did put the coal pump with the conveyor belt looping around it to feed it. Oh, okay. I can't even fix my own sentence. Just a fancy way of saying you put into a pan a little oil or butter and wilt it down. Yeah, how much coal we got here? Not enough. Not enough. Right, I guess I should make some repair packs as well if I can. Put some I haven't got any iron because I'm turning it into belts, that's fine. Yeah. So, can I do splitters? Oh yeah, yeah. I was hoping that might be a iron with a coal. It's not going to be, is it? No. Tweak them. Let's take these guys out. One thing I have noticed with the map gem is it tends to give a lot of mixed patches nowadays. Not mixed patches, you know, patches, you know, where they're overlapping. Basically, it always used to, you know, completely separate them. Yeah, it seems to do that quite a lot nowadays. So if they tweaked it to force that to give people a little bit of a challenge. I did the lazy sleeper run, and it was torture. The whole thing of not handcrafting, what is it? It's a lot easier now, I think, isn't it? Because back when I did it, you had to, back in my day, when we did proper Factorio, you had to make pickaxes, and of course if you ran out of pickaxe, it also had like I think it involved a stick basically. Eventually, you know, you can build everything in machines, obviously, but yeah, I remember having a couple of goes at it because, especially with the pickaxe, that I'd accidentally do one too many crafts, But you can actually turn it off. Oh, I didn't know that. Right, so we want a splitter. Take that out of the way. Let's put them in. So we do it. Splitter. Okay, so sort of sneak that down the back now. Do I want that close? Not really. In fact, why am I doing it that way? Doesn't make sense at all. I was thinking I was going to put the smelt in there, but actually it'd be better, certainly for the first bit of smelting, to sort of use that space. In fact, this is quite a bit of a long way away, isn't it, really? Maybe should have put it in there. Oh. It's fine now. It's fine now. Thanks. Did the pickaxes have durability? Yes. The whole point with the pickaxes is it was like a bit like the biters, where the intention of the biters really is more around this like pressure mechanic, where it like forces you to tech up and to defend you, to build military stuff, and it acts as a drain on resources as well. You've got to shoot all the biters, so you're going to use up resources doing that. And that's kind of actually what they're there for. They're not really about combat, which is when we're always speculating about, well, why have they got all these military things in there? It's because it's not designed around combat. It's designed around a pressure mechanic to force you to use resources to defend yourself. That's actually what they're going for. And so they don't really care about combat bots being rubbish or any of that stuff, because eventually it all just flattens out with flamers or your aim ammo, whatever way you want to go, really. But yes, the idea with the pickaxe was that it was a drain on resources, and it was tiny. You needed it. I think it was like 2 iron plates or something, because you had to build a stick and an axe head, I guess, was stuck on the top with the other iron plate, something like that. But it meant obviously a very, very early game when you've literally got only 100 bits of plate. That's quite a significant drain on your resources, and that's what I think they were going for. Also, of course, I think, isn't that something in Minecraft? Does Minecraft have durability? And of course, Factorio spawned out of a Minecraft mod, so I think there was some elements on it early doors of copying those sorts of mechanics, and then they realised. I think they realised pretty quickly, but it took them a while to take it out, that actually it was kind of annoying and just not fun. Also, wood planks used to be an item. Yeah, I remember that as well. Good now. Okay, PTSD with the pickaxes. Yeah, they were just so annoying. And that's actually why. That's what this research is about. Steel axe, because it's an upgrade for the iron axe. You had the iron pickaxe, and then you built steel pickaxes, and that's why you got the boost in. It's 4 hits for a tree at the start, and then 2 hits, and it was because you actually physically swapped to using steel axes. I think that was my memory of it, but I might have just blanked it all out because it was horrendous. Also, wood planks used to be a thing. Yeah, you used to have to build 4, wasn't it? Which never was it 4? I think it was 4 wood planks for, because they were actually like squares. They weren't really planks, and you had to like build 4 of them or something in order to make a box. I think, or was it 6? I can't remember if they had it as 6, but it was like, how do you make a 6-sided box out of 4 pieces of plank? It's sort of one of the stranger weirdnesses of the game. It might well have been 6, though. I might just say remember it. But yeah, and that's another, because these were, you still have to use a piece of wood to do it, but that was the idea, wasn't it? It was like, was it 3, or was it like 4 pieces of plank or something to make a shotgun? I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure you had to make planks, because you always used to end up with like one random piece of plank, basically, after making a shotgun. And you wouldn't be able to use it up because every box was then a thing. It's like you used to be able to feed small electric poles into furnaces and get rid of them, basically. But now you just have to stick them in a box and blow them up. That was literally just a useless stepping stone between you and your powerhouse, yeah. Oh, yeah. Powerhouse were planks as well. It's a bit like hearing embarrassing stories about through parents when they were young. It's, yeah, quite a good analogy. I would say I'd rather they focus on making more scalable combat options. Outscale cluster grenades or poison capsules or shotguns. Minecraft does have durability. Pickaxe, I never thought of it as resource drain since it was so insignificant, but exactly. Minecraft inspired Factorio out of its mods like industrial craft and buildcraft. I vaguely remember starting when there was alien artifacts so long ago. Oh, don't. Talk about PTSD. Alien artifacts. Oh my god, picking them up was just like. Oh, thank you very much, Mia. Was just oh wow. Because they spawned out a nest. This was one of the things you couldn't. I don't know if it was intended as like a farming mechanic where you let them come in and blow them up, but it's the nests that used to get them. And so you'd have to. I mean, you don't know how you would ever farm that. You know, you'd have to let them get right up to your walls, and you know there wasn't back then artillery, so you couldn't let them fill in up to your walls and then destroy them automatically. So you'd always have to go out and get new alien artifacts. Even on the top tools, until you get some great enchants, and I started before enchants were in the game. I've been playing this game a long time. Indeed. 4 was the crafting table. I remember making 1 iron pick and then a full stack of 20 steel picks, and that was enough for the rest of the game. Yeah, it was just such a pointless mechanic. I don't miss the blank days. Oh, hello, Elder Spy. Hope you're doing well. Soon we will have recyclers to destroy our power poles. Indeed, yeah. I didn't think of that. Because there's most things in the game. Because we'll be able to get rid of these as well. Burners. This is one of my problems with the burner phase of the game. And a lot of mods introduce it where you turn burner inserters into inserters. And you turn, burner mining drills into electric mining drills. But currently they just become useless artifacts that you can't really do anything with. I get distracted blathering away. I guess it's good that we were reminiscing about the old days, because that's sort of the point of this, really. God, I'm so excited for recyclers. I do like the new pickaxe research. It's just a faster mining speed. Yeah, it's a good that they retained the bit of it that was useful, I guess, and helped you out, as it were, because the 4 punches to take out trees. You kind of get, it's a quite a slow process, even when you've pre-bots getting a lot of wood, and so it works as a nice little boost without you having to actually build anything anymore. Okay, I think maybe should we try and put a stone path in? We're not going to get very far with 42. Oh, I've got 142. So let's pop in a path here. Hopefully that'll speed things along. And what am I going to need? I'm going to need absolute boatload of belt. Might as well make them. Lots more power poles. And furnaces. So I'm just going to set up, I think, just a little production area here to get us some more significant iron plate and copper plate production. I need to feed that, I think, don't I, as well. Also automated, obviously, to stop me sticking everything in by hand like some sort of menial labour. We Factorio players are so bizarre. We make factories that pump out 10k resources a second, but feel ashamed to destroy a handful of poles and burner mines. Yeah, it's a weird set of priorities, really, isn't it? Dear man, hope you're as well. Yeah, not too bad. I've had a really good day today, actually. Just pottering around, really, but yeah, it's been quite nice. We had like a mini heat wave in the UK on like Thursday and Friday. It was incredibly hot, and then yesterday it was just it was so humid. It was just like walking about in a sauna. So today it's been a lot more pleasant. Now, do I want to just set up, even though we haven't really got? In fact, let's reprioritize so we can get that going. Might as well leave them on. We can get green research. We're going to want some of them, aren't we? Let's cancel out. I forget how slow handcrafting is sometimes. 20 really. Let's put a few more of them though. Get some of them on the go. I remember an actual carring game, a bipedal alien and 1x2 laser turrets. I remember when belts used to push items just slightly to the next tile. So you had to compensate for that, but making belt one tile shorter. Interesting. I think that was before my time. I mean, you mean something different to the car we have at the moment? Yeah, I remember the 1x2 laser turrets. I don't think I played then. Had I? No, I don't think I was playing at that stage, but it was literally, a change that came very shortly afterwards, basically. But your guy also used to be like a blue, horrible-looking sprite. Remember that. So, if that one ends up being belt, say, and then that one is inserters, and we can put chesticles there and there, maybe. In fact, maybe do that. In which case, because they both need gears. Can I get that in there? So if we do gears like that, maybe. In fact, actually, let's move that to there. Like that, mate. So we have iron plate in there. And then these guys just need some circuits, which don't really matter how I make them. Right. Cable for you, so that's a good arrangement for that. Needs iron plate as well. So perhaps I offset that a little. Box there. Because it would be nice to grab some me as well, but that didn't really work, does it? Other way around. Yeah, that's fine. So, need a couple more of them. Oops. Need lots of power. so. That one there. One short for that. So, copper, iron. That's one stack. Couple there. You in. Oh, still one short. So I haven't got any stuff. So just put it in all the boxes. Let's grab that. Oh, I've not done the resetting. The latest Factorio, any percentage world record is faster than the last TAS by 3 minutes or so. TAS? That's just because the TAS is using outdated strategies, but it's still crazy to me. Oh, tool-assisted speedrun. Okay. Like an actual car that looked like from 50s, 60s? Oh, right, like as in sort of big fenders and, you know, wow. I'd never seen that. That's interesting. I guess that's on the wiki, is it? I can look that up. But yeah, I remember the blue guy, or bluey, sort of greeny version of the engineer. The 1x2 lasers, although I never actually played with either of those. But yeah, they were sort of in the video when I was, watching videos to find out what the heck this Factorio thing was all about, and how I stopped the biters from chewing on my face. So they were in the game. Okay. Enough chatting. Let's get on with this. That, and then. So what I'm thinking instead, splitting wise, if we just send that up there. Come on. And then how many miners have I actually got? Not enough. How much coal have we got looking at that? So let's see if we can just fill everything up completely. I don't have to worry about it too much. I can just crack on with building. I assume they got them from, asset stores or something like that, because they were sort of weirdly out of keeping with the rest of the style of the rest of the game, Is this out of resources? Oh. Let's just steal some out there. Oh. That's what I was trying to do. Okay. Let's take this over and... six. As per usual, I've put down a path and then I'm not actually using it. I guess I should put some lights on so that you guys can see what the heck is going on. I tend to forget I don't know, I think my monitor's like weirdly bright. Because I know it is darker, but I also think that the rendering on the compression and all that sort of darkens it up. So I get some lights on. If I've made them. Yes, I have. Let's make a few more then. I can see just fine. Sorry, Caps. Yes, no worries. Okay, one in there maybe. Blinded by the light. Okay. What have I done wrong then? Oh, there's nothing in that box. That's what I've done. And have you got a bit? It's fine. It's fine. That's okay. Do-do-do. Must have fat finger caps when pressing shift. Oh, the Isosphere program has an annoying thing where it, like, caps lock is a functional thing. It's like in when you warp it to turn on the warp. You know, when you go into other planets, you use caps lock, and of course you can drop out a warp and stuff. No, not very cool. You can drop out and warp and stuff for all sorts of reasons. You're not necessarily where you want to be, and then you've got caps lock on, and I often, you know, don't realise, and I'm like, why is caps lock on? What the hell is going on here? And it's just because, as I say, they've used it as a key, which I don't know. Why am I putting so many in? It's a very strange choice. I sort of get it because it's, you know, like shift and that sort of thing, but I don't know, it's a strange choice to me. There you go. Okay, so belt for that one, that way, and then maybe put these as verticals. Like that. Put that on. And then the stove. Maybe bottom. At this stage, it doesn't really matter if I put it lines to a degree. No. So we're going to burn the coal. It does get stuck eventually. Okay, power lines. Oops. Oh. Right, where do we want to build this? Not too far up, because we've got a cliff there. Okay, it's just going to be a little, you know, little arrays, nothing spectacular. I was imagining people yelling when I read things in caps lock. Yeah, I think it's the usual thing, isn't it? I don't want to start. I guess we actually got fairly close here. So, I mean, we're going to do the whole putting it on the, you know, using the splitter thingy for the coal. I don't usually do that. I just do central lines, basically. So we'll do that. And then, where do I want the iron? I guess I want the iron ore coming out in the same direction. I'm thinking maybe we build just a little production hub thing down there, so I have to bring my belts in. Just to sort of keep it relatively self-contained for when the fighters come calling, and we can, you know, chop it off there and across there. Cool. So set it. So that's the plate coming out. And there we want. Now. Oops. First. Oops, in there. I live near a place called Farnborough. It's got a famous air show, the Farnborough Air Show. They don't do it every year now. It's kind of too expensive, but it's on now, basically. I think it might be next weekend, but you tend to get like smaller displays and stuff. Yeah, the big one can't be on because I've heard a little more noise. But they basically fly over my house. Well, it's not a house. Yeah, it's been a bit sort of distracting, to be honest with you. It was kind of didn't realise it was on, and then it's all these planes flying over the house, and it's like, what the heck is going on? Okay, so, oops, is that repeatable? No. How would I do that with the? I guess I could tweak that. So I don't usually do this sort of design. And this is part of the reason I find all this sort of side of it fiddly. Usually I'll just do like coal, you know, iron ore, oops, smelters, you know, iron plate coming out of that way, iron ore like that. So yeah, I don't have a standard way of doing this. That. So that would be that one there. And that's that. It's a bit heavy on the undergrounds. Something like that. Something like that. Right, that's in the wrong place, isn't it? Oops. There we go, so iron, copper, and stone. What are we missing there? Put me ghosts on. So we need 100 belts, 40 inserters, okay. So we've got to make 10 of those, no problem. I think we've got enough of those already, but chuck them in. Again, completely ignored my path. Right. What have you done? Not enough. I could put some in back. Okay, need to chuck some resources in these, I think. What I should have done is brought what we've made over with me, but I didn't. Ah, concrete. Okay. resources now. So let's think. What we do there. Oh. That's annoying. Okay. That's even more annoying. Let's do that. Ah. Everything's in the way. How many turrets have I actually got? 3. Right. 3. Too far over. No. Let's connect the coal up first. Set a bit of a priority on this splitter. Cool. And then we're just going to chuck that in there. Right, let's go and fuel up the other stuff. Nice. Okay. So a few build orders going. And there. And I also want more turrets, more ammo. Such a nice stack of ammo. What have we got in here? Hopefully 2 to 1 on them. And some here. Just 100 in each. Iron. What have we got? 6. 23. It's giving me a lot more inserters than I need. That's fine. Okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yep, got coal coming up there. Nice. Yeah. Oh. Oops. Fat fingers. Okay. There, so it's a bit more tileable. Oh, where are we again? Inserters. Moaning about it giving me too many inserters, and that's what I need. Okay. Oops. How many are we missing? 11. Right, I got 10. Marvellous. Just that one missing. Okay, why is there no copper? That's why. Yeah. Cool. I have been watching a speedrunner build a 1K research multiplier base. It's impressive. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I don't. How to phrase it? Speedrunning is not quite my thing. You know. I'm sort of impressed by it. You know, but let's say it's not really something I watch for entertainment as such. Although, more power to those that do. I say it's not meant as any kind of criticism of the thing itself. But I do remember watching because it was at the. Is it called Games Done Quick? The actual charity thing that they do to do it, and Factorio was in that, you know, like for the first time a few years ago. I remember watching that and basically almost not having it with literally still at that point thousands of hours in the game and literally just not really knowing what was going on. I say I knew what was going on in the sense of, well, you know, it's got to build a rocket and, you know, etc. But some of the stuff, it was just like, what is going on? And I think that was an any percentage one. I don't know. And, you know, any percentage, blueprints allowed, etc., etc. So there was a point where he just sort of slapped down this enormous blueprint, and then it was basically a job of filling it out in the most efficient way. The bit I was sort of marvelled by, and I wouldn't even have a clue where to start with, is like, what do you build first type of thing? Because the way I did my no spoon run was basically, I mean, first off, I did the cheat thing, where you can set the game area smaller than the biter range, so that you basically have no biters, and then ramped up the ore patch richness and what have you, so there was absolutely no way, you know, I wasn't getting enough resources type of thing. But so I remember doing it and thinking, because I literally just built a base that would launch a rocket in a reasonable sort of time. As it happened, I guess just because of a reflection of how much I played the game, I got the 15-hour one straight away, basically, in that first thing, even though I thought, because what I thought I'd have to do is like optimize it a bit and tweak it around and all that sort of stuff, but in the end, because I then just restarted that map, slapped that exact blueprint down and just filled it out, basically, and then that was, you know, sufficiently quick as a build to do it in 8 hours, I think. So it ended up being really easy, but I say only really because I cheated. Okay. Copper up to iron ore. If we pop those off again. And then top that off. Some inserters. Some belt. I'm not doing any research that requires green, which is fine. We do want more storage though. I guess we want to set up a steel already as well. I don't care to watch the speedrunners, oops, but when they do something different, it's fun to watch. I learned about the Z button from those speedrunner videos. It's so useful. Yeah, that's an amazing improvement. It's like, and it was a mod as well, wasn't it? I think the picker tool. I mean, there's several. That was one of the things I was like, I don't see the point in this. When it was introduced, I was like, what's this for? Why are we bothered? Why do we care? And then it's like the most important, the most common thing that I do is use the picker tool. But if you like that, where it's like, what was another one? Well, I guess Spidertron is sort of one like that. I was like, yeah, people were, really excited for it being introduced and all that. And I got the whole, it's cool, that was, didn't need to explain that bit to me. But in terms of as a useful thing to use in the game, I was like, well, I don't see the point. And then it's possibly late game, it's like the thing I like the most, as it were, because it's just so easy to get around with the Spidertron. And using him to clear out biter nests and all that sort of stuff, it's just off the charts how much easier it is. Oops. This is where not having a blueprint is a little bit painful. The existing blueprint there is. So, if we were to say, maybe that would be one there. Just one further over. And then, how many would that give me? That would give me 38. It's a bit over a belt's worth. So we could then take the rest. Now, am I going to build it as a... I guess I should pop it in here really and do a little steely one. Because that was kind of what I was intending. So we have them in the same direction. Like so. Cool. Put these belts in yet. There. Fill that in, as I say. So. Do something. Actually, I'll put some more miners. I'll put some more miners on the stone. It's their muscle memory of building quick is what fun to watch when they're building large. Yeah, they just learn it basically, don't they? Of like know how to do this thing, and the speedrun becomes about just optimizing or not making mistakes, being sufficiently practiced, knowing what you're doing. But say the bit I could never even approach working out that I was properly impressed by it is the whole, how do you even start the how do you even come up with the design, or how do you come up with the right, well, this is quickest way of doing it, and how do you optimize it? Because at one point he was like, you had both RCUs being made, I think it was RCUs being made in machines, but also handcrafting, because obviously they never got to blue assemblers, so grey assemblers being, is it 0.75? No, 0.5, isn't it? So, you need two of them to be equivalent to you. Oh, it's 3.5, yeah. So there's a bit of an element of, well, if I build 4 of them, then that's like having two me's, and I can be a me as well. So I can build the same speed as 2 crafting machines. So how do you then balance up and say, right, well, I'm going to build 6 machines or 4 machines or 8 machines, or you know, in order to work out the best timing of it. Because obviously, if you're building them, and maybe they are automated, you know, they're built by bots, what have you, but they're only going to be built at a certain speed. So if they're, you know, the last machines that you want to be built, then, you know, or do you handcraft them? And then that takes you time to handcraft. And because it's such a fine margin, it's like, how do you even work all that stuff out? Yeah, very impressive. Okay, so I think I have into the old coppers, into the old irons, in the old iron, a stone brick, lovely jubbly. Maybe well, let's leave that for a minute. I'm just going to top up the research and stuff, maybe grab some more belts. Spiderrunning is the best tactic, yeah. It's just, I mean, apart from obviously lakes get in its way, but it's just so easy to just point yourself over and then just, you know, you can fiddle about in your inventory and what have you. Let's do this one first. Like so. Then nice. Top that off. How many can we put in there? Maybe 400. We aren't doing a green research yet, are we? No. If I cancel that out, maybe do it at the end, because that, oh, that's 100, crikey. I mean, I know it's useful, but 100. Okay, let's get some steel. Bound Spider trying extended Ghost Weaver with modified grid to be the best building taxi. Yeah. Yeah, I say, and I'm pretty sure we're getting some version of, you know, Spidertron or something that we can use. That's my suspicion. You know, the digger arm guy that's done, and also that tiny little, where there's the icon that's been dropped on the ground on just desert. One of the mini map, one of the thumbnails has got it on. I'm pretty sure that's what that is basically. Is some kind of or early mid-ish, or maybe mid-game, something like version of Spidertron that's perhaps more focused on helping you build, perhaps something like that. Okay, so if this was the iron part, then this would need to be a splittery one. Okay. But we then want that only going that way. So we can do the steel part. What do I direct insert? Yeah, let's do a direct insert, I think. Fewer belts. So if that's there, then we can have some coal going that way, maybe. And steel coming out. And right. So then that was that. Those need to be there. Oops. That. Over. I seem to remember flip was something that was introduced as well. There's some of these things you just don't really realise they weren't in the game from the beginning, until you know, actually think about it. You go, oh, hang on, that was added on, you know. So we want I don't have to put it in the middle, but, really. What would be best? I guess I want a split here, maybe. Eventually that's got to go up there. Oh. So if this is the coal, then... Oops, to do that. And then I just need... Could I just pinch this? Like that. No. I did that. And then... Over. I mean, you know, I've said before, I'm a complete... My brain is broken in terms of trying to do the Shift R, you know, the rotate. But even that was a later introduction. It wasn't... I don't think... I might be wrong on that one. It sounds daft, but sort of added on counter-clockwise rotation later on, which is why, you know, part of why it's not in my muscle memory. What have I done there? Oh, a stupid thing. Okay, so that needs to come out there. Clean these blowing belts up. Like so. I really like something like a helicopter mid-game, something that is fast and can cross water, very little storage space or offensive capability. I don't know if you've used the, what should we call it, hovercraft mod. That's basically that. That's one of my favourite little mods. It's, well, I mean, it's a hovercraft basically, but it's incredibly nippy. You know, very fast. It's really fun to drive. Just like really, really fun. But it has a very low health. I mean, there is like a combat in the actual, you know, it's like a combat version of it. That has armour and stuff like that. But it's very easy to just barrel along into a forest. And then you just blow up, basically, because you hit, you know, 10 trees sort of thing. And that's all the health gone. And suddenly you're just stood there, you know, wondering where the heck your vehicle went, basically. But that's a really fun one. I recommend that one if you've not done that. And it's only a tiny little thing. It's basically just like a, you know, a fast car in a sense. But I say, you can go, and obviously being a hovercraft, you can go over water. So there's none of this driving around and suddenly, bang, you hit a bit of water. You just drive over the water, and the only hazard is, you know, rocks and trees and stuff. Yeah, that's great fun, that one. I'm wondering about maybe going and exploring, just to fill it in, basically, see what's over there. Our radar is actually quite a long way away, so I'm going to put one on here as well. Lol, that's me. Experience with cars, always a one-way trip. I mean, they wouldn't let you stack them if you know, if the intention wasn't for you to crash them, you know, all the time. Surely, that's why they let you stack them, isn't it? Okay. We'll just research steel. So if I get these miners in. That'll give us some steel. I've put some belts somewhere. Put something the wrong way around. What have I done wrong here? Oh, I put that whole arrangement and whole dealing the wrong way around. Okay, and we never put those in. What have we researched? Steel, which gives us steel chests. Okay. Two more miners on, so actually this is something. We'll also put some personal usage chests in, which was what I was going for with these, but yeah, did it in a very dumb way. So let's sort of fix that a little bit. There, I guess. It's just one too far over. It's very annoying. Maybe that one there. I haven't got any load-bearing power parts yet. But... okay. Let's do another restock and a belt grab. Don't need copper, do I? What about a little bit more path? Just getting some steel. Excellent. Yeah, hovercraft is great fun. Another one I really like, and I've sort of mentioned it in a few of my videos, is the cargo ships mod. I really like that one. It's sort of that's about. It's weird actually, because I've been finding cargo rockets like annoying in a sense in SpaceX because of the amount of stuff that they take in them. But then I sort of thought to myself, well, I really like the boats mod, and they're kind of the same. It's like a means of transporting an enormous amount of material. But I don't know, it just feels more natural, the boats, rather than cargo rockets. Because obviously, I mean, you have to fuel the boats, you know, it's not like, you know, they're free or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, it feels like something that should be in the game, really. You know, that there should be a mechanism for gigantic volume movement of stuff, basically. Okay, so we want inserters for starters. Undergrounds. Let's see. Oops. I think maybe if I move that over, actually. Supposition. Yeah, cargo ships is a lot of fun. You can also do like rail bridges basically with it. Okay. Pop that one over there. Copper that one. Stone brick there. Just quite a tiny little stone patch, isn't it? Nothing else nearby then. Quite generous with the iron. Okay. So stone brick there maybe. Steel. Oops. Right. Lights in again. Okay. Okay. How far off are you? It's nice to get some heavy armor as well. That's quite cheap. How much? 50. 64. Cool. So I'm a bit surprised we haven't got a attack coming. So let's see. It's annoyingly far off. $185. I think I put some more in the machine making them. Yeah. So we've got a full stack here. Yes. In fact, a perfect... Oh no, got 10 there. Okay. We need a chest of... I'm slightly wondering if there might not be a sneaky little... Because you know there's this thing of... Because they've mentioned it a few times, but we've not really had any sort of proper details on it. Idiots with their bikes. That one of the ways of getting material around, and I just, I think we're all thinking it's maybe applied to Aquila, is that you basically take things that are processed goods. So effectively you would take pistols, and I say this might be one of the little jokes they put in, because the pistol is like, obviously the most useless thing, and acquiring chests of pistols and all that sort of thing, of number of deaths and all that. That you might basically, a good thing to transport iron around and copper might be pistols, and that suddenly we're all making, because they actually stack weirdly high, I think, don't they stack to 50 or something, and that they're not, I mean, a pistol, if you're setting weight amounts for everything, pistol's going to be like weigh nothing basically, you would expect. So I'm wondering if there might be a little joke in there, basically, sort of but pistols you basically end up taking pistols to Aquila in order to use the iron and copper, maybe. There's also, I mean, there's got to be an achievement for like making a legendary pistol, isn't there? And if there isn't, then I demand that they add one. Okay, let's top up the iron in those machines. And then we'll go and have a little check to see what's going on around here. Because we've got some fairly nice choke points, potentially. Depending on where the biters are. I don't want to sort of preempt... preempt things, really. Because there's a bit of a danger early game, particularly very early game, of getting a bit trigger happy with putting walls in and stuff. Square that circle. We've not quite made it, but we do have enough armour when the heavy armour's finished in case there is anything pleasant over there. So give us a chance to make a load of belts and stuff. But yeah, let's have a quick sneaky peek as to what's over here. Because this says I'm going to build a sort of production-y thing here. Maybe going down there. I'm pretty sure this looks like a locked off, peninsula, so I won't get any attacks from that way. And I seem to recall I normally wouldn't bother going out until I got a car, but I just want to know where these guys are over here. Don't think it was this far, so maybe they're a bit further up. If behind this set of trees, that would be very nice. Where are you, little monsters? Ah, there we go. What's that? Yeah, here we go. Oh, yes, indeed. Some friends to play with. Six nests. It looks like 5 worms. And then a nicely placed little extra blob of worms to make things fun. So, we're good from that angle. The problem is that the pollution is going to spread there. Okay. But, as I say, it would funnel them round, basically, this cliff. So if we did end up having to defend, it would kind of be there and maybe there. So I'm wondering if I just chuck a couple of turrets in, not with the intention of them being really effective defensively, but more as an early warning system on the enemies. Oops. Okay, so perhaps I've got any coal, have I though? So maybe sort of on there, further over. There and there maybe? That and then, so we need to get some coal. Okay, 5 in there. Yeah. Okay. Just grab some coal. So more of an early warning system. In fact, I could put some water in it actually. So I've got that tick. Just keep those burner inserters happy. How have you run out of coal, you silly things? Cool. Do you think they're most likely to come? I mean, I guess they'll probably come that way. They might also come that way. We do have enough turrets. Yeah, let's go and put one in there as well. Just for the sake of it. And heavy armour, excellent. A couple of those guys. And then a turret maybe there. Oops. Oh. Oh. Cool. Oops. I guess. try and get that in there without... Yeah. There as well. So that's not quite covered with that, is it? Yeah. Right then. It's first order of business. Some green circuits and pipes and gears and all that sort of stuff. Let's put them... where? Maybe use this side. Oh, I've got the assembly machines. Crikey. Crikey. How about... Oops. Yeah, so I don't want to do this. Maybe if we do... Yeah. So if this is then pipes. This could be some undies. Then want... Oops. Bit of output that way. Couple of gear machines. Why have I done it that way around? Should we that way? That. Just a stack of it. Oh, I didn't put the bleed off ones on, did I? Just gonna do that. Then that one, those two, those two. Excellent. Bit of lights. Oops. I'm just going to do a fairly crude, you know, just... It's not a bus, is it? But it's just passing things down the sides and sticking these in chests, like I always used to do before I had blueprints. So let's leave ourselves bit of room. So ideally I'd want another line of iron supply, as well as green circuits. We'll just bleed it off for now. Let's see, and then I guess green circuit builds next to it. Yeah, it's just to make a few. Yeah, again, iron again. Iron again. Oops. It's like a terrible place for a path. Okay. Good. Did I not? I never did it then. Steel. Obviously I need to fill out, you know, loads and loads of miners and all that sort of stuff, but let's get producing stuff via automation, of all things. Now, I think maybe actually what I want to do... So I'll have the iron as a proper row. Copper as a... No. Let's do copper and circuits together. Or... What do we want? I get to say, because we want iron as a proper row. We've got gears and pipes as another one. I could just do copper. And then we probably want a half belt stone and brick. And we could put green circuits on the other side of steel. Yeah, okay. I like that idea, but we can probably fix that a little bit more easily if we do something like this. It feels so strange playing it like this. It's like, I don't know. So we'll put steel on one side. The whole point of my blueprint series was to say, stop me from doing this sort of stuff. Copper going that way. Again, we should ultimately be a separate thing, but just bleed it off for now. In theory, there'd be another right there, but I'm actually going to build that one. Do you want to put... Oops. That like that. Oh, I've got the underground. Okay, so if we have that being built, see. This seems to be taking a long time. Have I run out of something? No, it's just slow. Cool. Oh look, there's a little... I assume that's all there. Yeah, and this is a nice little peninsula, that's good. Quite defensible, this. Okay, how are we doing? Clean that off. So that becomes the iron and pipes. And then that becomes the green circuits. And steel. So they would go on that side. So we want that to be the steel. Hopefully it's on the right side. I think it is on the far side. Yeah, I think we're okay there. And then this would be that I need to clean up the stone bricks one, don't I? But let's do it right. And then this needed to be a temporary stealing of steel, iron, rather. And then this can be the... Is that in the right place? So that becomes pipes, etc. Yeah. So we know that that needs to go. Eventually. Take the opportunity. Clean that down. So that gives me my two sort of more random ones. Oh, three more random ones. I can just build in the middle here. I've not gone here some this again, because of course not. Okay. It's not actually going to be there. We'll move it further down, but helps me with the spacing. Yep, and then add the iron copper coming down here. So that needs a temporary. That's the copper. Cool. Across there. Oops. No. So, oops. Alright, miss. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then this on the other side. Probably have one down the middle as well. The luxury. Nice. What do I need to hook up then? Well, I need 1,000,000 belts. I think we're gonna nip over restock science. See, we will integrate science into this somehow. Guess I should make more ammo. Belts. Don't need inserters. Plate. Do. Top that off. Okay. Still whatever belt we got. Every time I go over there, I come back with less iron. Okay. So they should start making. Yep. There. These all capped. Yeah, they're all capped. I didn't put a little chest on you, did I? Oops. Right. But you need copper. That doesn't need to be underground at all. That's copper. And then this one. Okay. First automated green circuits, eh? Okay. How have I got the position here that way? Yes. A very good chance I was going to crash into the water. Now I need to have these one, so that needs to be there. So if we do a machine like that, we can start our first build. Which I guess should be some sort of belt arrangement, so I don't have to run all the way over there each time. What do we want to do? I guess... because they need green circuits. So... we do our... yeah. Oh, that's not... why is that not connected? Lights... oops. That's why. What are you aligned with? That, okay. Positioning's slightly off, isn't it? Yeah, because I've done a... so that then would be... one down. Okay. Ta-da. So you need to be on these. Your regular splitters. Need to build more belt. You want to be able to build more belt. Do I extend that one? But it needs that. That's not great, is it, having the iron plate on the outside? Oh well. Oh, I should make some wooden boxes. Perhaps if I just sort of pop that in there. Assembly machine. Oh, I have got wood. Okay, let's build the 2 boxes. I get myself very confused. So that's going to be there. Right, so we then put wood in there. Oh no, I need... No, that's fine. Let's just convert them all into... I can go get some more wood for wooden power poles later on. But yeah. Let's just let it build a few of them. Because we need to get rid of that as soon as we can. Got some Doshington run where you can only use wooden boxes or something. Right. Have you made any? Yes, but you used them all up. So that needs iron plate. Okay, that's steel. Iron plate. Just there. And circuits. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I don't think we're done. Fast splitters or anything? No, of course not. So we want them as well. But that requires electronics. I want power poles. Mm-hmm. How are we doing? So it's 5:30. Half an hour to go. Oops. Okay, let's go and extend, build out iron mining. Okay. Oh, I got 9 furnaces. Okay. Good. Oops. So apparently I've managed to build the one that I'm going to need the most of right behind physicals. It's clicking. Be a terrible speed. guess we could build some of the more weirder bits in a sense. So how about... Not that I got any of them either. Crikey. Guess let's grab some intermediates, make life slightly easier. Oh, I never put me steel armor. Okay. Yeah, let's build things like stone furnaces. Put light in there. Okay. How many boxes did you do me? 10. Fine. Right, let's give you some more wood. Yes, so stone furnaces. And then put them into boilers. Oops. Getting on my nerves, this lack of belts. Right, so where is stone? That. You want iron plate. Get light on. How are we doing with? Oh, and that's not going to be helping, is it? That's not going to be helping. Lack of power. Lack of power. Kind of amazed we're running so much, actually. Okay. I can make like one more. What are you... what you moaning about? So I needed, say, 2, 4. Did I do 5? I did. Oh, okay. Just do 1. Oh, I'll confuse myself with my own maths then. So I need to use concrete more. Is that just a general philosophical thing, or you mean for running about and pass? I tend to be relatively good at like laying it down, putting it in, but then I'll forget to actually run on it. And also because I never, don't generally concrete my entire base. I don't. It's usually the way I go, but I have these random paths all over the place and then never actually use them. Okay. Can we make anything? More iron. obviously run it past. We are sort of saturating the belt. It didn't make... Oh, it needed pipe, idiot. Of course it does. The furnace with a pipe on it. It's a furnace with a pipe on it. Just make some of these as well then, since we got all the stuff here. Assembly machines next. Down. Those. Box. Light. Certain. So iron plate. Gears. And... oh. Obviously, if we've got them. Not that it's going to be a while before we make them. So much demand for iron plate. Very little production. Okay. That speed buff is nice, but I basically never use it. Yeah. It's not a... I kind of think it should be more, just to encourage people to use it more. Because it is sort of... I mean, it's sort of... It's like a cumulative thing across everything. And like when I'm... You know, I should have put this a little bit closer. That should probably be there. And then it wouldn't be quite so far to run. But if you're running long distances, the paths are quite useful. I also wish, and this is like a silly little wish, but it did a thing, and I'm pretty sure there is a mod that does this, where it actually like creates paths the more you run on a thing. And it then actually would show, and I can't remember if it actually creates proper paths, you know, like that have a speed boost, but I'm pretty sure it like lays down brown terrain underneath where you walk, essentially. You know, just slowly builds it up, and so then you can actually see these are the bits that I'm always running along, you know, and so you can put the stone path where, rather than guessing where you're going to run, you can actually see where you actually run along. Okay. Yeah, just struggling under the lack of iron, basically. Under the yoke that is the oppressive anti-iron league. Okay. Assembly machines then. Got to build an assembly machine to build assembly machines. So we need that. Got any? And then it's actually long ones again, isn't it? Have I got any iron plate? Okay, I have. Actually, let's put on mining drills first. It's made one. It's made 3. Wow. So this is mining drills. And yeah, mine. Oh, it's done the fast ones. Okay, cool. Stay chugging along for some reason. Iron. We got circuits as well. Okay. Do get some of them automated. Nice. I guess I could. I mean, I guess I could put in ammo somewhere as well, but maybe I should just stick that in here because it is technically a priority. But you know. Fighters don't seem to be fussed by us being here. Okay. Now, it's going to take a while for it to actually make some mining drills, so how about we start doing them by hand like a... okay. And you're dead. So, sort of extend past, I guess. If we plop it in as if, oops, as if there was something built here. Don't know that I can build any of that. Yeah, that's too long, you see. Damn cliffs. So, we're going to have to do a bit of a weird... So, we'll take all of this out. Just leave the power poles for distance. That. I can't really put all of them in. We'll have to spaghetti our way around. Oh, that's too close. Dang you, cliffs. Okay. Why don't I just move that one? Cursed belt. Cursed belt. Oh. Put you there. Cliff explosives would have been nice. It'll be interesting having them late game. Yeah, only. I think my fears over that were very much alleviated by the whole rework of that. You know, Erendor's done on the whole team, I guess, not just Erendor, but the rework they've done on the map gen, because that looked like it would only put cliffs like in reasonable places and not just because at the moment it's just a separate noise generation thing and it just bears very little resemblance to the map, and that's the problem with it, because you get things. I mean, these are okay, but even then, I mean, what is the point of that cliff really? Because if it's meant to be a natural, you know, choke point creating system, well, it's right next to a lake. So what's it achieving that the lake doesn't? You know? And like this, what is the purpose of that, you know, cliff, really? Well, I suppose it's fine, you know, have a few random ones, that's alright, but if that's all it generates, it's just like the most annoying thing possible. Okay. So we've got lots of iron ore. We don't have things again, do we? I could maybe dogleg it round rather than... because this is going to be right in the way. Would I be able to... I almost forgot about the updated map general now, yeah. As I said, you know, I keep getting these weird things of there's like so much that they've told us and so much that they haven't. Do you know what I mean? It's a really strange feeling because I don't know. This part of it is one of the big questions I've got. It's just a literal thing of well, how many and I did a video on it speculating, but how many actual sciences are there going to be on each planet? Are you literally? I know it's been changed from. Oh well, you go there and all you would do is slap down a few miners and off you would pop, and that was, or you would be, launching them up to platforms and just sending them back to Alvis, and it just became a sort of more complex form of outposting, and that's great. They've added the machines, they've added a restriction that you've got to make the machines and everything on the planet. Brilliant, like all that. But if you're just literally going there. I can't imagine you're just literally going there and all you kind of do is like make, do a few reach. So you go to Volcanus, you've got the foundry, you've got the big mining drill, you've got the fast belt and all that sort of stuff. I can't imagine it's just like six researches. But there's one of the things I found it really difficult to articulate it actually, but the whole thing of we saw one of the foundries making science packs, okay, and the recipe for it seemed to involve, the tungsten carbide, the reinforced steel, liquid copper, all these sorts of things in it. That it's like, how to phrase it? What I was expecting is that you have to use the local science pack in order to unlock a lot of those researches. That the recipe for the science pack would actually be fairly simple. Because then you could start using it. You could use your metallurgic science pack in order to research tungsten carbide, in order to research, I don't know how it exactly worked, but the liquid copper or something like that. That's what I was assuming it was, and that's what my video was saying. But if you have to have a foundry if you have to use tungsten carbide, tungsten reinforced steel, whatever else it was, liquid copper, or what have you. All of those can't be locked behind the metallurgic science pack. So what are you actually using the metallurgic science pack for? Because otherwise, if the only thing it does is unlock Aquilo, that's really weird. And that's not how a lot of the thing is. So my sort of assumption with it, my stopgap idea, just to stop myself from panicking, that all you do when you go there is 4 sciences, because that seems an awful lot of work for something very simple, is that the foundry version of research is a later research. So I found this a little difficult to explain, but you can do, using assemblers, a version of the research, and it's probably horrible, a bit like the space science. I think they all work like space science maybe, where you can do a basic version of them, but the efficiency and, amount that you get and what have you is horrible. And so what you really want to do is research that. Look, finally got belts. What you really want to do is get the research that lets foundries do it, and that foundries can't do it automatically. You have to unlock it via a recipe. Because otherwise, it seems a bit strange to go all that way, get all of the big mining drill, get all of that stuff, and then unlock the science pack. All seems a bit backwards, But yeah, you never know. Maybe that's how it works, and the whole point of the intermediate planets is just to set you up to do, like proper research, as it were. So, what we really need, I think what I'm going to do is stick another one of these in, because we do have quite a lot of iron in this patch, and even using the steel, because I'm not going to use the steel. And we did need to feed these properly, so I think we'll do an extra one over there. We'll take it that way. So if we want to do that, I think we'll just take you, and then we need bunch of them. Not that many, but a bunch of them. I might actually make it so that maybe this could be this iron that's going up here, and for the circuits, and then this is like the proper iron. Yeah, that's probably a bit more sensible. Grab load of belt. What about powerhouse? Where are they? I'm not making them. Okay. Okay. Full stack of ammos. So yeah, that's my kind of hope in a sense, is that it works that way. So if we do that bit, that, don't need that part. Let's remove that one. Or do I want to feed it separately? Maybe I feed it separately. Let me just take this, whoops, this one. So if we use this lane for just the pipes and all that sort of stuff. That. I guess that could be it. I agree, it seems suspicious you need some of the new buildings from the start. If what the science unlocks are not new buildings, what interesting things could it be? Yeah. Which again, you know, that could be the other question. They've done that because actually you basically turn up and it goes, here's a foundry, you know, here's a big mining drill, and it's like, you don't really even need to, you just need to punch a bit of tungsten and it gives you the, foundry, and that's it. You don't really need them to research them. And what you actually want to go there for, what's actually useful, it hasn't been told to us yet. We don't know what it's all about. Excuse me. It's frustrating to have so many unanswered questions almost through here. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a bit of an exercise in teasing, isn't it? Which is good. I mean, that's good marketing practice, isn't it? You make people want the thing by revealing just enough to make them excited. Look at this cool new thing you could have. Wouldn't you? Don't you want to pay us money for it? Oh, wow. Belt. In fact, can't we put in a... Yeah, we can put in a fast for that. That'll solve all of our problems. One of the things I quite like about using the yellows is because they are so slow that a lot of the recipes and stuff, especially like the belts and inserts and stuff, the recipes are super quick. And so if you have them there like straight away, you just eat up all your resources making, and obviously belts and stuff. I didn't grab the inserters today. Belts and stuff you want millions of, but you don't want a million mining drills. You'd much rather it makes a few of those and a few of the other and what have you. So yellows are quite useful for that. But of course, when you have then the long-handeds, excuse me, they're a bit like a fast rather than a slow. but not quite. They are still a bit slower. I came down here because I thought I'd set up inserters, but I haven't. Let's make a few then. And that'll be the next job, but I don't think we'll do that today because we are almost out of time. Let's finish off this smelting array. Of smelting. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Yeah, I need to plumb this in. Somehow. Somewhere. Let's take it. You'll have to forgive me for a little bit of spaghetti. Oops. Absolute gap, and then I want. What do I actually want? So I actually want to divert this, don't I? Away. So that needs to become this belt. So that one can be that belt. So then that can go. Oh dear, what's happened there? Oh, it's because I'm. That's like it. There we go. Take that out. And then you also need to be. This one. But I've not got anywhere to do that. How about undergrounds? Oh. Of course, that's not going the other way, isn't it? Like that. And then I can just do a split there. Underground this. Becomes a proper dedicated feed. Okay. Nice. So there we go. This has been fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be continuing on, obviously. Look at that, another stack of ammo. Crikey. Yes, so I'm just gonna pop in a machine here and give it an inserter symbol so that I know that that's what I need to do next time. But yes, that is it for this stream today. So we will be continuing on. The plan, essentially, now is to play this until we launch a rocket. And hopefully, because we've got about 12 weeks, which is, what, if each stream is 3 hours, that's maths 46, if there's 12 more weeks to Space Age. We will lose a couple of weeks, though, because I have a holiday, of all things, me going on holiday, which will be in September. I'm sort of hoping maybe we'll be finished before then. The plan is just to launch a rocket. You know, we're just going to do it as a... I mean, I might do like one space science, you know, launch a satellite, something like that. But basically, we'll win the game. And it's a useful reference point for me, having not touched completely vanilla Factorio for blooming ages. Just to remember what it's all about, reminisce as we go. And then be ready for Space Age, and particularly comparing the changes, because things we've been doing here are going to change. You know, where they are now introducing, for example, researches, in quotes, that are locked behind doing things. So we won't be able to do, is it electronic circuits? I can't remember. And I don't think we can do boilers until we've done something like smelted 100 steel, not 100 steel, 100 copper and smelted 50 iron plate and stuff like that. So there's that whole new system of doing things. It'll be interesting to see if there's any recipe changes as well for the early game. I don't know if they're trying to maybe make it a little quicker, so that you can get to space quicker. Because one of the things that's with the expansion is that if it's if it's 40 hours for a normal player to get to space at the moment, are you really saying that you're going to gate off the new expansion for 40 hours of gameplay? I mean, I don't think they will, because they brought the rocket earlier, and we know some techs are off planet, off of Nauvis. So does that mean maybe 20 hours is when you get into space? Because it would seem very long time to wait to gate off that content. So I don't think it'll be like that. I need to steal your ideas on how to make your first outpost. Feel free. I mean, yeah, I'll say there's a lot of stuff wrapped up in how I do things that I think is useful. I'd love to do like tutorials and that sort of thing for proper YouTube. I never really, and this is weird. I do love doing the streams, but I never really intended to be primarily a streamer. It's just that, well, to be frank, getting traction on YouTube is impossible. I mean, even my videos now, I don't even have 500 subscribers, which is the minimum you need to get monetized, for example. Not that I probably would monetize, but just to give you a benchmark for scale and stuff, you need 1,000 subscribers before you can do the proper, the advert one. And so I'm not even a quarter of the way to that, and it's just a lot of it was from the whole adpocalypse thing, where they, because of how they were mismanaging how they were putting ads in, essentially it became the fault of YouTubers, and so they put all these restrictions on. So yeah, I mean, it's a tiny little channel, and so I just, the videos I do, and this is why I moan about the editing, because it takes so long, that like the time investment, even if I was monetized, it wouldn't pay, the equivalent amount of my salary, sort of thing. So, it is a very tiny endeavor we're doing, and I just do it for the love, really. I enjoy it so much. Anyway, what the heck was that point of that ramble? What was I saying? Yes, so the basic point is we will do one of these vanilla playthrough every Sunday going forward until we launch a rocket, whether that's 6 weeks, whether that's 12 weeks, whether that's what have you. If I don't get it done and space age is looming, then I'll probably do some extra streams maybe during the week, but I can't see that happening. It's not going to take that long. Otherwise, we will continue doing SpaceX. Part of the reason for doing this, this other series, is because I am convinced even if I was streaming it, lots more, I wouldn't get anywhere close to finishing SpaceX. It's just too big, and I'm too slow of a player. So we will continue. I've set some sub goals, which are the space elevator and space rails, because I think they sound cool. Maybe spaceships if I can, so that if I get those done, it at least gives me a flavour of what space age might be about. But yes, that's the plan then. SpaceX Saturday, vanilla on Sunday. If you're new here, if you've not seen me before, I have a YouTube channel as well, which I just mentioned, which has all the VODs for this series and all my other series, of which there are loads of Factorio series if you wanted a bit of background, and a whole bunch of other streams, including a Megabase and what else we got? No Spoon Run, aesthetic series, and blueprint series, two of which we'll pick up. Once I get familiar with Space Age. What else is there? There's there's Bob's Angels, Crashtoria 2, and obviously the SpaceX one. There's also then a load of series of other building and management games. We've got Tectonica, we've got Satisfactory, and several playthroughs of Dyson Street Program, which, because I'd say that was my second favourite of this sort of genre of games. And the other thing I do, which I always kind of emphasize I always promote on the streams as well, is a read through each week of the Friday Facts. I try to go in depth, so I try to talk about them in a bit more detail, and also do a lot of speculation. So try and look for Easter eggs and little hints as to what's going on, and just come up with wacky and crazy ideas as to what I think might be in Space Age. But also, even if I don't think they'll actually be there, you know, it's fun to do that speculation. I do enjoy those videos a great deal, and the feedback generally is great on them. So if you're new here and that's something you might be of interest, you might find of interest, then you'll find a whole playlist of those for the space age. Didn't they mention something like an 80-hour for an entire space age run? Yeah, I think so. But I say my question is more, you know, do you play vanilla for 40 hours and then do 40 hours of space age? That doesn't seem like a good balance to me. I think it's probably going to be more, you know, 20 hours, and then it's more a blended 60 hours of, you know, you'll be sort of coming back to Nalvis to do later Nalvis text, basically. Yeah, it must be less than 40 hours on Nalvis than American. Yeah, same here. Okay, so that's everything, I think. Yeah. If you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Factorio. Thanks for watching. Cheers.